east.
Okay.
But corner, if this is DIA's property, Front Range actually touches it like that.
Okay, so I think you see it when you drive in there, right?
We're trying to get
if you drive in DIA, you probably see it or no?
Well, you see the control tower over there at Front Range, and when you take off and you see it down there, you see another airport. The runways have the same number in the layout as DIA. So looking down on a lot of people think it's DIA.
Right. Interesting.
You know, when Denver built the airport, Denver's a city county different.
Okay.
So when they got that land, it became Denver County.
They had to make it.
Yeah, so Adams County lost all the tax base.
Yeah.
So settlement with Denver was $81 million.
Wow.
To lose it, they spent every penny building Front Range.
I bet. So beautiful airport.
Yeah, sure. They built the nicest county airport really in the country. Wow. With no debt.
That's
no bond debt, there was no anything. And now, just last year, it got converted to spaceport for USA.
Really?
They're going to be taking
Now, what are they doing with the spaceport?
Horizontal.
Huh?
There's 2 places out there right now developing engines.
I mean, they're for real, right?
Yeah. The 2 engines that they're doing are jets below and then rockets above.
Hey, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. What's going on in your life? This show is about help, information, and referrals. It's also about exposing liars, cheats, and ripoffs, and telling you about great people like Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. This hour brought to you by Frank Duran, the Real Estate Man, 303-920-1622. I proudly put my name behind Frank and his team. In fact, I'm proud to do that. It's an asset. They're more of an asset to me than I am to them because they help as many people and do it well. When you're buying and selling real estate, it's a complicated deal, and they are the people that I turn to as my experts. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. So, I love teaching. I love telling people what to do and why to do it. But I like people to understand things. And one of the things that came across this morning, and I'm going to keep doing it no matter what we talk about, whether it's a car lease, whether it's a loan and a refi, or an investment, it's called TDI. TDI never lies. And TDO. If you take TDI and TDO, you'll get a difference. That's total, did I say dollars in, TDI, and total dollars out. I always tell people this. For example, with the refi craze of years ago, people would refi. They'd have, and I'd say, look at total dollars in and total dollars out. For example, with a refi, if you went in owing on your loan, you owed, I'm going to use very easy numbers, $100,000. And your new loan, now you go total dollars in. So your new loan and any cash in. So if you had to pay $3,000 to get the refi done, or $2,000, or they built it in, whatever it is, your new balance out, if it's 125, and it was 110 or 100 you had to pay off, and it's 125 your new loan or cash in, what is that 25 for? You see, the refi scams couldn't stand when I did that because they would just do this long, complicated closing sheet. But the bottom line is this: if Mr. Smith went in owing $100,000, and now after the refi he owes $125,000, where did the extra $25,000 go? Well, Mr. Martino, we have the appraisal. Okay, what is that? 500. You know, look at the closing. No, I don't want to see the closing statement. I want to see exactly. And all I do is concentrate on the difference. That's it, period. That's it. Total dollars. They can't scam you looking at total dollars. Okay, where did this go? Where did that go? Why do I owe 125 when I owed 100? Oh, you had to pay some points. Okay, how much? You will be forced to look at what something cost you. Same with an investment. Well, you put $100,000 in, you get 110 out. And it's a 10-year commitment. No matter how you look at that, that's $1,000 a year. Little less than $100 a month. So why? You know, you can't BS with a lease, total dollars in, with a lease. take the money, what they call a cap reduction. That's a down payment. They call it a capital reduction. Then you take total number of payments. Okay, that's it. And then take the total number it will take to own the car at the end. That is total dollars out. Total dollars out. Now compare that to buying. The same thing. Now, I'm not saying, by the way, that you should lease or buy. Or what I'm saying is, well, leasing is great and buying is great depending on your circumstances. But if you take total dollars in or out, however you look at it, when the dollars you're putting out to own a car and the dollars you're putting out to lease a car. So if you end up with the same result, leasing a car would be a total number of payments plus a cap reduction plus the residual. That's what it would be to own that car. How much is it to own that car if you loan? If you take all the money and compare, it'll give you a true comparison of a lease versus a car. A true comparison. A lease versus a purchase. Let's talk about your problems, questions, and complaints. Harvey says he has an elaborate scam going on. By the way, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on the iHeartRadio app, live on radio affiliates and our flagship KHOW in Denver. No matter where you are, you can always call 303-MARTINO 24/7. Anything on your mind, Mark?
Yeah, what you were talking about, the average lender, I don't care who they are, right now on a typical makes $7,000. Let's say that's the average is a $300,000 loan. On a VA loan, they can make up to 14, almost double that.
Yeah, and
it's a good business.
And do we care what people make?
I don't really care what people
What
make.
we care is the deal. You know, if somebody bought a car at a great deal and they charge me with a good profit, but I'm still getting a good deal, I don't care they made a lot of money. I don't care. The point is, I don't want to be cheated. Now, what's this scam you're talking about, Harvey?
Well, good morning.
Hey.
Well, we got a priority mail, U.S. Post Office, and inside the envelope was a great check for $1,970.
Okay.
And it came with a letter, talked about a secret shopper thing. And I was supposed to go.
Yeah.
First thing I was supposed to do.
God, there's so many of
cash
these.
the check.
Of course.
And then take out $300 for myself.
Sure.
And then I would go to 3 separate Walgreens and buy additional gift cards.
Same thing. Yeah, we've heard it. And that, I'm glad you're telling me because I can't believe they're still out there. These things. You'd think people would. I would like to believe everyone's so hip they'd never fall for this stuff. There are people still falling for the Social Security scam. So tell me what they did you talk to anyone?
No, I did not call them.
And you knew it's a scam right away.
Well, I was certainly pretty sure, but what I've done so far, the check that came with it, I did a web search on the routing number.
Oh, really?
And I got
very interesting.
The Gizzo Credit Union, and so I contacted them, and they wanted to know the account number, and I gave them the account number. They cleared checks for this other company called the Patent and Trademark Office Federal Credit Union.
I can't believe you went so far as to do that. That's great. So what else did you find?
Well, I
see it right here. Okay, I see it. So here it is, $1,970. It says, is your name Fran?
That's my wife.
Okay, so Fran, and the letter that came said what? That you're assigned to be a secret shopper or something, or what?
Yeah, it says, thank you for my interest.
Okay, so was there ever an inkling, like a second, where you thought, maybe this is true?
No.
No, okay, good.
No, I don't think so.
Well,
I'm kind of, I've listened to your show too long.
Thank you, by the way. Thank you for telling us about this, and we got it right here. $1,970. Payable through Mid-Atlantic Corporate Federal Credit Union, Middletown, Pennsylvania. It's PTO FCU. Oh, by the way, did they tell you they were getting other calls on this, by the way, Harvey? Did they say they were getting other calls on this?
No, they did not. They just kind of passed me on, and right now I have a call into the PTO FCU Credit Union to see what they say about the account number specifically.
Nice of you to go through all this trouble, seriously.
I want to see what they want me to do with the check, or they may want to do some blocking at their end. I'm not sure.
You know what I did? I can't believe this happened to me. On an aviation forum, you know, where people just get on there ask questions. And, you know, forums, they have forums on everything, horse owners, scuba divers, whatever. This forum, a guy says, can you private message me, or can you email me? It's something personal outside of this. And people often say that. They read my profile. They know what I do for a living if they're outside of the major areas. So I wrote to the guy. He writes back saying, I'm glad to make your acquaintance. I was looking for someone named Martino because there's a guy that passed away with $5.5 million in the bank. He was awarded a damages claim, and there's no one to claim it. And you can claim to be his relative. This is confidential, and I'll split it with you. And I said, hey, moron, did you notice my letterhead? This is what I do for a living. I said, you know, stop littering these forums. And then I went on the forum and outed him as a troll. And other people said he did the same thing to them. Why do people feel, I mean, they must work, though. I have to say, for there to be so many of these, you know they get payoffs every now and then.
It's a numbers game. You hit 1,000 of them, what, you get 1 or 2 back.
I mean, if I just randomly right now called people and tried to get them to agree to pay me money, how many would I get? It's amazing to me. It's just amazing.
This report is sponsored by Exxon and Mobil's new Synergy Supreme Plus.
On the refi, we just did one, paid off credit cards because the interest is so high on them. But is that a smart move? Because then you're paying that money for 20 years.
No, well, hold on now. It's a smart move if you take and accelerate some of that payback. Because otherwise, you don't want a washing machine for 30 years.
Yeah, that's exactly.
It depends where you are in that schedule.
About how much consumer debt did you have? About 20? 10?
About 20, yeah, 22.
Okay, take 22 and mentally pay that off faster, that part of the principal.
Yeah, whatever you're paying on those cards.
Slap down some extra payments on your principal until you get down.
We usually get everything paid off early. We just, we sold that one hangar out there, and we're going to...
Which one?
That flight school.
Are you selling all of them?
No, we just sold that one. We've never made any money on that one hangar.
Quiet Cool! That's what they call the whole house fan I have in my home. It's from QCColorado.com. It's quiet cool because it's remotely mounted into the attic, the stronger fan than most. And then you have a small flexible duct to an attractive register in the ceiling. Here's the whole idea. It forces hot air out of the attic. That's number 1. Number 2, it brings up cooler air from the bottom of your home. That's number 2. Number 3, it destratifies the air, so it makes the air more even temperatured, which helps your thermostats. And in all, you save energy. You save about half to more than that. Some people don't even use AC, but you can save half for sure. At least I did. So get QCColorado.com and save money. Have fresher, cooler air. It's amazing what whole house fans can do. They work. 720-398-4510. 720-398-4510. QCColorado.com.
The guy bought that hangar is the one that's opened the avionics shop because of the new regulation.
Okay, what is the new reg?
The ABD or
Oh, I did. Well, yeah, they're busy as hell, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get cards from him, but yeah, he's gonna be busy.
So you know the guy?
I've never when he bought it. That's the first I knew of him. He's a captain for Frontier. And
I told you this one guy started a whole business on it. I mean, a whole business.
That's what he's doing.
They don't have. This is the largest fleet retrofit in history of aviation. It'll ground more planes than anything that's ever happened.
Yeah, I got to do both mine. I've been holding off because there was, especially on experimentals, they thought there was going to be a cheaper alternative on them.
There are.
Well,
Way cheap.
Yeah.
Way cheap.
How much would you say, what's the average cost to get your license, beginner level, to go through, you know, not to own a
If you
plane?
don't own a
I mean,
plane,
yeah.
like if you rent and go to a flight school,
Yeah.
$5,000.
$5,000. Okay.
That's spread over a year.
That would be,
Yeah, it's not that bad.
$5,000 though is the top. That's nice airplanes to rent. Ground school. It's
Really?
formal everything.
Yeah.
It's formal
That's
everything.
not terrible. I thought it'd be more than that.
You could even do it a little
He
less.
pays to go.
That's pretty good.
If you go in, you rent the plane for an hour, and you get.
Yeah, don't ever pay in advance.
No, you just pay as you go. Ground school's all on CD now.
Okay.
Or you go to, I'm saying the best, for that price, that's going to classrooms and everything. But if you can do it way cheaper too.
Well, I mean, still, I was just thinking
I got
10, 15.
I got $35. It's the funnest thing I ever did in my life, learn how to
It's a
fly.
college degree.
Honestly, I would love
Yeah.
to do that.
It's a college degree, it really is.
I've done once when I was, I think it was like maybe
Being
15,
a private
16.
pilot is like an associate's degree. A bachelor's would be your instrument, and a master's would be your ATP and your commercial and all that.
Well, I've flown once. I took that. I mean, with the pilot, of course, and it was so exhilarating.
Oh, it is the fun of all the things I've had. Race cars, motorcycles, everything I've done in my life. The funnest thing I've ever done is learn how to fly.
Yeah.
It's magical.
Yeah.
That's a good word for it right there. It kind of reminds me of like sailing with a sailboat.
I got hooked when I was
It's
feel the air,
challenging.
you feel the wind, you feel the air.
Yeah, it's challenging. First time you try to land with good crosswind.
Yeah, of course.
And the
That's
plane's cooking and everything else. And it'll finally come to you. It'll finally hit. You won't be able to land for 10 hours. You can't get that damn airplane on the ground where you want it. And all of a sudden it hits. It just comes to you.
That's exciting.
It takes about a year because three things have to come together. The plane has to be airworthy, and if somebody right before you signs some problem, your plane that you reserve is out.
Okay.
The instructor, most instructors are working their way up. They're trying to be an airline captain or something.
Gotcha.
So they're not available every time.
That makes sense.
And then weather.
That's
You're a student, they're not going to let you fly in winds over about 15. So those three things have to come together, and they don't a lot of times. So plan on spreading over here, and you spread $5,000 over a year. It's not a bad deal at all.
That's exciting.
You will love it.
I'm your troubleshooter, Tom Martino. Okay, so who do we have today? Jordan Piano. Jordan is with becomethebanker.info, and we talk about safe conservative investing. It's a life insurance policy that you overfund on purpose, and then you borrow from it if you want, pay yourself back. This, when used properly, can be a very interesting tool to use. And it's really something that is very basic. It's really just a tax-free savings account is what it is. And you don't deduct the money you put in, but the money you earn. And then when you borrow from it, you either pay it back or it comes off the death benefit. So it's a savings account with a death benefit. But I personally think it's way better than an annuity because you can always just cash out. 303-713-TALK is our number if you have any questions. And I save up emails we get on this, good and bad. When I say bad, people that don't understand or say, hey, you should never invest in life insurance. I know what they mean by that. This is not a whole life policy. Those days, those scams were like life insurance. They come and sit around your kitchen table and try to sell you as much insurance as possible.
Yep.
When really, this is just the opposite. You try to find as little insurance as possible to make the cash account legal. Anyway, we'll talk. 303-713-TALK. Harvey dropped a dime on a scam for us, and thank you, Harvey, for letting us know. He said that basically people are sending some, this checkout saying you're going to be a secret shopper. Listen, people, whenever you're sent money and you have to cash it or deposit it and send back anything or give anything to anyone, it's a scam. Bottom line, every one of them. Now, we have a problem, and whenever we have a company willing to come on, we give them the utmost respect and the time to answer it, because many times it has nothing, it's not a real problem. Many times it's a miscommunication. But Susie, I want to tell you that I'm very interested in your equity skimming problem, so please hang on. Now, let's talk to Dave. Dave says he has a problem with Legacy Concrete. Dave, what is the problem, sir? Hi. Now, was that to demo, does that demo and replace, or just to demo? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so what? Let's hear the story. Go ahead. I'll give you 30 seconds. Hello? We lost him. Dave, we lost everything you just said. After you said you went out and got the feet or whatever, the anchors for the patio roof, we missed everything after that. So go ahead. Yeah, I understand. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. In concrete. Are they treated posts? Okay, so is your complaint, if we summed it up, I gave you way more than 30 seconds, is the complaint that the posts are in concrete? You know, they put fence posts in concrete all the time. They put treated concrete. I mean, I don't see a problem with it, but why did you think it was a problem, out of curiosity? Because of why? Oh, okay. All right. And I understand that. I understand. But you've heard of fences like that have been up for like 50 years in concrete, right? And so that's not true. Now, it could be true with certain lumber, I guess. But so you just, that's the main problem. How's the patio look? Okay. All right. Okay, we're talking minor stuff though. Okay, so let's talk to Robert Hofschneider, Legacy Concrete. Robert, are you the owner? Thank you for coming on. We are always appreciate it. So what about it? I mean, I know that some people, they have anchors above on the grade, and some anchors are below. I've seen it both ways. Well, so do you think it's a problem? Is it treated? Is it a treated post? Hey Robert, can I ask, are they treated posts, you know? Are they one piece or are they laminated? Okay. The only thing I would have said, Robert, is, you know, the same thing you did. If you want to replace them, replace them. But if I had any question, I wouldn't have gone and poured without, you know, because you know it's going to be a pain. Now, technically, I mean, let's just say they shouldn't have been poured on and they're bad posts and they need to be replaced, Dave. Let's just say this. It's really not something that Legacy did wrong. Some people would say, okay, I would have waited. Other people would say I would have formed around them. You could easily saw cut them out, you know, just a square around it. I mean, I guess I don't know what you want. So Dave, tell me, Dave, I can see what your concern is. And Robert said, you know, he gave you the name of the contractor, but none of that's important. What's important right now is it's done. So what would you like, Dave, if we had to sum it up? What do you want? You mean saw cut it? Saw cut around the post. Oh, so hold on now. So it's not just because the posts are in concrete. You don't like the elevation of all of it. You don't like it at all. Now that's a total. So you actually got a 7-inch slab and you're complaining and would rather have it thinner.
Because I think it's taller is what he said.
Okay, no, I understand if it doesn't meet his doorway or if it's I understand everything and I'm not trying to put you down, Dave. But many people would be happy with a thicker slab. Hold on a sec. That's what I got to figure out. How does it look? Do we have photos? Why does he want it down 2 inches? Is it because, hey, it's higher than my stair? I could see if you walk out the door and it's higher, that sucks. Or if it doesn't meet something, is there a way we can look at this? We'll talk about it.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Ross Kaminsky tomorrow morning at 5. More Martino coming up on 630 KHAL, an iHeart radio station.
This report is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
But unless they're soaking in water, they're not going to rot. In Colorado, they last forever.
Well, they don't rot. We put fence posts in concrete all the time.
No, they don't. It keeps the water away from them.
They have old bridges built with wood in concrete.
Yep.
I thought he was going to say that he wanted the $600 back for the casing around it, but that's not
They
it.
did caissons under it. They sound like they did a hell of a good job.
I hate how this computer doesn't have spell check. It's so ridiculous.
This particular computer.
Where do you
Right
live?
here.
So I live
On which
in,
program?
Dove Valley. So just off of
Gmail.
Arapahoe in Georgia.
Well, Gmail has it.
It must use it from something else because it doesn't. Okay, try yours. Not on your laptop, on the computer.
Whoa.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh, I'm glad it didn't spill Colorado.
I believe that, yeah.
Front range out there, what I'm talking about, it's not too bad to
I
be
don't
out
know.
there. They're very
Hold on.
cheap
See if
out
it
there.
works.
The farther up you
Hold
get-
on. Let's talk about the best siding in the world, Everlast Siding. I love Everlast Siding, and it is a great siding in and of itself. But now you couple it with K&H Home Solutions, and you have a winning combination of the best siding and the best installers. Truly, these installers are master certified. Now, what you get is the lowest price ever they've offered Everlast Siding, which is a lifetime of durability, waterproof. It's made with composite materials of minerals and plastics. It's beautiful. It has a wood texture and a look. And the color is impregnated through the whole thing. A wide palette of colors. So here's what you do. You get it for the lowest price ever. Now, they always have pretty good prices, but this is the lowest price ever, but you have to make the appointment this month. It doesn't have to be installed this month, but you have to make the appointment, and you can do that yourself online at khwindows.com, khwindows.com.
You know, we ought to have a wall mount for that.
Yeah, right. iHeart would love that.
Yeah.
Then I
Well,
can start
Mark,
drilling holes everywhere else.
We used to have, oh no, we have, are those still ours, right? Yeah.
Yeah. They're not drilled in or anything.
No.
I've been down that road, trust me, Clint. That road, I changed I didn't even do it. Someone changed a light bulb once, and you would have thought we fucking
And I bought them on my dollar.
committed the fucking
Yeah, I
sin of the
remember that.
century.
Well, that was only because of the asshole that was here.
Well, they make those stick-on tabs. Have you seen those now? You put them on, you stretch them, they come off.
Yeah.
They hold good.
I don't know if they don't. Well, they'd hold that little camera for damn sure.
Yeah, on the wall right there. I don't know. It's just so weird. He was standing there, all three legs are up, and he was trying to fall over still. I don't understand it.
Are
Anyway,
you guys happy about your offices getting moved up
No.
here? Or no, it's paid.
Nobody's happy, but everybody's going to suffer.
That's a long.
wherever you start,
We can't hang out.
I find very few people have finished with the same school instructor.
Yeah, that I believe.
That stuff bounces around, but don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And if you have an opportunity to fly different planes, like high wing, low wing, everything else, try to get as much mix as you can, because they're very different.
I'm sure.
Especially low wing, when you come into land, the wings are closer to the ground, and you get a thing called ground effect, where the air is compressed between the wings, and it comes down. It doesn't want to land. It wants to bounce back in the air.
Yeah, that makes sense. That'd be fun. Honestly, I've been ever since Tom
challenging.
was talking about a year ago.
It's gratifying, and it's like I said.
I'm trying to remember the audio, folks.
Nothing
I promise.
I swear, nothing I've ever done. I've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
it's been fun.
Yeah, that's always been something that's just exciting. I mean, ever since I tried it.
Did the spell check work?
And there's
I'm sorry.
So many directions you can go.
Check it right now.
I mean, unless there's some fucking settings.
I've looked at and that looks pretty heady for sure. Look at some planes, but buying and some of that. But
I don't know how handy you are. God, there's some kits now where they're fabulous together. Yeah, the RV.
It's the damnedest thing. I have no spell check.
RV stands for
not that I need it.
Okay.
Now.
They have 2 planes a day that get completed. A day. Cessna has 1.
Okay, I'm going to send it to you.
Largest
And it came.
aircraft.
And go ahead.
How much? The kits usually 15,000. You'll spend that much for engines.
It came out. Did you see what I sent you? And it came out as soon as I typed it wrong, and I suggested the right one.
See, I don't have it.
No, Mark, it's on your Gmail.
Why isn't it on my Gmail?
Because we have to set it. You have to set spell check.
Every other computer I use my Gmail on.
Then why is mine coming up?
I don't know.
I don't think it's a computer setting. I don't. I might be wrong, but no.
See if you can find where.
Okay, I will. I know what
RV8.
Hold on.
I looked under settings and shit. I can't find it.
Under the little wheel in settings, it says here.
So all these ones here?
Yeah, they're
a good looking plane.
Some are tail draggers.
Smart Compose.
Beautiful.
40-50,000.
Hi, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. He just played a cool song. I love that song. And so whenever you play a song I like, I'm going to put $1 in the cookie jar for you. Okay, so that's $1. And when I don't like a song, I'm going to subtract $1. And then we settle up at the end of the month. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So let's talk. Dave, I can understand. 2 inches is a lot. And if something is 2 inches higher, it could be a problem, especially in doorways, the tops of steps and all of that. If that's the problem, I can see Dave, the homeowner, wanting that slab at where it was before. Okay, I can see it. It's a very logical problem. Unless it really doesn't cause a problem, then it's just crazy town. But Dave, explain it to me. That 2 inches, does it cause a problem where? Well, that's not a problem. You can have those. Listen, first of all, it's not a problem. But if it poses a problem for you, you can have them saw cut in a nice square around it. I mean, you've seen that before. I don't understand the problem, though. I just don't. Did someone tell you it's a problem? Dave, I'm not going to make this the point of argument between you and me because I know more, and I've seen more, and I've talked to more people, and I've dealt with more concrete. In some cases, you're absolutely correct. It could be a problem with regular lumber, but it's not because of the concrete. Maybe some of the lime in the concrete or some of the acidity, possibly, but it's water being trapped and all of that. I don't see. I don't know. Did someone look at it and say it's a problem? Does it look crappy? Or I don't. You got a 7-inch slab or a 6-inch slab instead of 4, and I'm not trying to talk you into it. I don't know Legacy Contract a concrete from anywhere. Or do I know? Mark, do I know them?
They used to be on the referral list a while back.
Oh, okay, but I didn't even know that. I mean, I had forgotten. I'm sorry, Robert. So listen, man. I don't know what you think you should do, but
Tom?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, and I think, the main issue, and Dave's husband had told me when I was out there, he's not going to be happy unless he gets the $600 back he paid for caissons. And I think that's why we're having this conversation.
Well, what did he pay the $600 for?
4 caissons. He actually had 6 caissons.
Did you actually put? Now I'm a little confused. How did you get caissons under posts that were already there?
We framed everything up. We shored the patio up, so those posts were dangling, which gave them the opportunity to take them down to have them replaced if they wanted. They chose not to. So we dug out caissons underneath the post and poured caissons underneath as part of their patio.
Oh, cool.
That's the option they wanted to go with.
Good.
And then he had 6 of them. He was charged for 5 of them. And, you know, to be frank, he flat out told me, I'm not going to be happy unless I get my $600 back I paid for caissons. And I said, well, that's not fair.
Okay, here's what I think. And Dave, I swear I didn't realize that at one time Legacy used to be on my referral list. But I want you to know this, okay? I don't care who it was on the other end. I would say this as a homeowner. I would say unless that 2 inches higher is causing a major problem, I wouldn't fight this. But listen, if you had a contract that said a 4-inch slab and you ended up with a 6-inch and you want to argue that, maybe you'd win, maybe you wouldn't. In small claims court, I don't think you would because it's actually betterment. If you feel that these posts are going to rot or should not be in concrete or that they don't look good, that's another issue. Get an expert to tell you that. But I'm done with this one. I mean, really, I can't do anything. Now, I may as well just say that. But people say, Tom, sometimes you don't take enough time. Sometimes you take too much time. I want to make this very clear for people. My calls are for others, mainly, because more people are listening than are calling. So when you're having concrete poured, remember this. Both if you're a business person or a consumer. What would you do, Mark? Would you demand it be redone? What would you do personally?
As long as it's not a trip hazard or it caused some kind of other issue, I wouldn't care.
Okay. Susie, talk to me about equity skimming. Are you there, Susie?
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Susie. This sounds very interesting.
Oh, thanks for taking my call. I don't know how interesting it is, but it's been pretty
well, I think if it's what I think you're going to say, were you renting?
No, it was my family home I lived in with my 2 children. I'm a single mom.
Okay.
And had quite a bit of equity in it.
Okay, what happened?
I had it on the market for sale, and I received a really good cash offer. Unfortunately, I couldn't accept at the time. It was during the holidays, and I couldn't accommodate their moving timeline. So kept it on the market through the holidays, and come spring, I contacted another realtor to list my property, and that person came back and made an offer on my property that I really couldn't refuse. However, I didn't realize at the time or know that that realtor was in bankruptcy, in an active bankruptcy.
And that realtor was buying it?
Yep, with his lender that he had a history of that's unlicensed and unregulated in
None of that matters. If they were going to buy it from you, all you care about is having cash at closing. So what happened at closing?
Well, right before closing, they had decided that they couldn't put all of my money, my equity, into the closing in cash. They had decided that they were going to
What does that mean, all of your equity? You mean the purchase price they couldn't pay?
Yes.
How much were you asking?
They didn't want to finance all that.
What was the contracted price? I mean, the contracted price that you sold it for is how much?
$600.
Okay, and of the $600, how much were they putting down?
None. What they did was they had the realtor come in and sign an LLC that they were supposed to be putting me into with the equity, but they didn't do that.
I have no idea what you're talking about. So, Susie, you had the option at any time to say, I'm not going to do this. You're the seller.
Yes.
Okay, but you decided to go through with this. What was the deal? That you said they did this, they did that. Tell me what the deal is so we can figure it out. You are in an LLC with who?
The bankrupt realtor.
So you and the realtor, I don't know why you keep saying bankrupt, but okay. Susie and real estate and realtor, and I doubt he's a realtor, but a real estate broker. You guys formed an LLC for what purpose?
For the purpose that they could fund this loan and put my equity into it and not pay me for it at the time.
Okay, so what does that mean, fund this loan?
Who? We're going to
Susie,
rehab the property.
Susie,
and get more money out of it.
You're getting way ahead of me. This LLC, how did this LLC fund a loan? Did they take out a mortgage?
No.
How much was owed on your on your home?
$230,000.
How was that paid for at closing?
By the loan from the lender and the realtor.
So I just asked you if they took out a loan, and you said no.
Well, yes, there was an LLC that took out a signed. It's confusing, Tom, okay? They had the realtor sign notes on my home through the LLC they created to the lender.
Okay.
And I was not a member of that LLC.
Okay, let me get this straight then. This LLC borrowed $230,000?
Borrowed $480,000.
Okay, and what did they? Okay, hold on. What did they do with the $480,000?
$100,000, $230,000 went to.
Gotcha. Got to pay off loan.
Yep.
Then what?
And then
this I'm understanding now. Well, this I'm understanding. So now we had a difference of $250,000. Then what? They paid.
Then $90,000 was given back to me at closing to fund the rehab.
Well,
and that I would be reimbursed weekly on that rehab.
Okay, so did the home change hands, or was it still in your hands?
It was still in my hands, and I was still living in it.
There was a $480,000 loan. Help me here on this. That loan was in whose name?
The LLC.
And you're part of the LLC.
Not at that time I wasn't. No, I added on to the LLC
if you added on to it, then you're part of it. So are you obligated for that loan?
Yes.
So that $250,000, $90,000 went to you. So now we have $230,000, then $90,000. That left from the loan $160,000. What happened to the $160,000?
The $100,000 went into an escrow account, which is supposed to fund the rehab.
No, you said $90,000 went into there, you said. So
No. $90,000 they gave to me at closing. Here's how they do it.
That was her profit?
$100,000.
No, Mark, just stop. She's more confused than anything. Here's what I need to know. $480,000, $230,000 paid off the loan. $90,000 went to you. Okay?
Yes.
Then the rest, there was $160,000 left. What happened to that?
$100,000 went into the escrow account.
Escrow for improvements. Okay, then what? Then what?
And then the rest went to the lenders.
What lenders?
You
already paid the $230,000. Where'd the $60,000 go?
The new loan. It's from the new lender.
What new loan? What you said there was? Oh, the $480,000. So you paid down that $480,000.
Well, the $480,000 was borrowed. That's what it went to. $230,000 went to pay off. $90,000 went to me. $100,000 went to the escrow account, and the rest went to the lender in fees.
Went back in fees?
Yes.
Loan fees. Okay. Who's the lender?
I don't know.
Now hold on. But now I'm not hearing it.
Litigation.
What's that?
I said there is ongoing litigation.
You got ripped off. You got scammed. Let's just say that. And you let yourself get scammed, but I'm not going to hold that against you. A lot of people get scammed. But here's the deal. You were selling for $600 and you only got $480 in funds. So what about the other $120? What about that? On the sale.
That was supposed to come on the resale of the property.
Okay.
I was told that I would.
All right, hold on. I got you now. Hold on. Let's figure out what's going on, okay? I want people to be wise. I'm going to give out names of this real estate person and all of that. Hold on.
Crazy.
Oh, my God. I hear it every day. Every day.
Why would she put her name in it?
I still have no idea what either of you are saying.
I'll explain it to you now. I got it all.
Okay, explain it.
I'm lost too.
She sold the home for $600. They took out a loan for $480. She and the realtor. took out a loan.
Why did she take the loan out?
Because she did. She got part of an LLC. She got scammed.
Yeah.
Okay? So now she's part of an LLC. They paid off the first deed of trust with $230. She got $90 for doing it. Okay. 160, excuse me, 100 went into escrow for improvements. 60 went to the lender for fees. She got ripped royal. 60 on a $480,000 loan. She still owed 120. She'll supposedly get that.
Sounds like there's bankruptcy.
Denver egress short. She'll supposedly get that. Okay, window wells. Let's just call it that. They're really egress windows. But if yours are looking crappy because the builder put in that old corrugated steel, or you want to put in a new one, or you want to rebuild an old one, or whatever it is, DenverEgressWindow.com. They specialize in these window wells, and they make them beautiful, secure, energy efficient, and safe. DenverEgressWindow.com. These are the people I have known for 25 years. 720-626-4221. That's 720-626-4221. DenverEgressWindow.com.
Sounds like she got too greedy.
What's that?
It sounded like she almost got too greedy. She didn't want to take a lower offer than the 600, so she wanted to do a rehab with this random realtor and get it up there. That's insane.
Yeah, she was scammed.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like
she was absolutely
putting her name on the debt.
I know, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's not a smart move.
Now that I get it, I go, what? Oh, what? Oh,
who do we need a spot for, Mark? Okay, I got it.
Instead of selling it for like $550 from somebody else, she wanted to get
radio production.
And the guy's gone bankrupt. I mean,
that's
in the middle of this. Then Mark asks, "Is this her property?" She doesn't know what it is. Who knows?
Right.
We're all like,
but yeah, it's all like, what the heck?
Wow, she needs an attorney.
Well, I still don't understand that 90 for the life of me. Because then she turned around and said they're supposed to pay that back to me weekly. Like she got the 90 and gave it back to them?
No, she got the 90. It's the...
Then why would they be paying her the 90 back weekly?
I never heard that, so let me ask her about it. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, she said something like that, but
okay.
I don't know what it was on either.
I heard it too, but I didn't understand what the hell she was talking about.
It sounded like she got the 90, then she turned around and gave it back to them, and they're going to pay it back.
I think she's supposed
weekly.
to get the 120 back maybe weekly, or the difference in the...
Why doesn't she just bend over and let someone kick her really hard in the ass?
I can't believe she did that.
And then it's done.
I don't know, she just didn't sell it. Just a regular person. She wanted to do the rehab and do all this other crap.
Yeah.
She just wanted more money.
Yeah, what was the advantage to her going through all this shit? She was going to make more in the end. Must have been the end game.
Exactly.
But how?
Exactly.
Well, the promise of
false pro. Yeah.
They're going to fix and flip it and make that much more.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
She should have just sold it. People. Yeah, she still would have made a lot of equity. If she would have even sold it for 500 or 550.
Yeah.
She would have gotten about 200, 300,000 in equity.
Oh my God.
I want you to get genuine.
People get too greedy.
She just plain as an attorney.
I found the spell check.
Oh, did you? Where was it?
Mikey heard me talking about it. He showed me how to get there.
Well, those planes.
Settings, advanced settings. Turn on spell check.
What's that?
Those planes.
Yeah, did you notice most of them are tail draggers?
Okay, so you owe me lunch.
The yellow one, she has a nose wheel.
Yeah.
Okay, you're never going to learn how to fly in a tail dragger. They're really challenging to land.
They are weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be scary.
And they're challenging to take off too.
Yeah, they'll probably land like
well,
this.
they take off easier. Well, no, you want to be on two wheels, right?
Okay.
But then that tail is free, so you can what's called ground loop like this.
Oh, yikes.
But that's where being a helicopter pilot, because you have the same thing, the same feel. Did you know that's what? If you can do that, you can handle a freaking tail.
I've never heard of ground looping a helicopter, but
no, but you can spin.
Oh yeah.
You don't have your tail is totally loose.
Yeah, that's right. That's
okay.
What the pitch changes in that tail rotor, right?
Yeah, just like
Okay.
Interesting.
Everything in the world.
Yeah, I don't know why so many guys build these as tail draggers. There's two things about tail dragger: the guys that ground loop them and the guys that are gonna ground loop them. And it tears them up. They hit the end of the wing, and the insurance is way higher on them. Yeah, no, when I get someplace, I travel, and it's really windy, I get down to someplace, I'm trying to put an airplane on the ground, it's really windy, I want that nose wheel.
Do you know how to do a tail dragger?
Yeah, poorly.
Okay, so when you're flying and you start getting up speed, you go forward a little. That brings you up on two wheels. Okay. Then as soon as you're on two wheels, you just do this and pop up. Coming in, if you land on two wheels, that's the most dangerous part, because now you're going at about 50 or whatever, or 40, whatever. You're going fast, and you're on two wheels. So
the back end.
Now, if you do a 3-point landing, which is very few can do that, you stall it perfectly and come down like that.
That's what I got. It was a Tabria.
Could you do that all the time?
Yeah, I could pretty well get the tail on the ground. Trouble was getting the tail on the ground before the mains. Slapping it down.
Yeah, that's bad too.
That's bad too.
But people say instead of trying to do a 3-point, because you risk that, you do two. You just come in really slow.
Yeah.
You get the two wheels and just glide with the two wheels, right? And then you gradually settle down.
So the guy that had the Tabria wanted me to 3-point it every time. He didn't want me to real land it.
Well, that's fucking stupid.
You
gotta learn how to do it.
Or we landed a Super Cub on wheels on the ski slope up at west of Boulder.
I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. Now listen, we obviously got a rip-off scam here, but she signed a paper, so I just want to analyze it. Oh my goodness. How do people get themselves into this stuff? Now here's how I understand it. Susie got an offer to buy her home for $600. Okay? They got an LLC, which she eventually became part of, and that LLC is responsible for a loan of $480. Out of that $480, they paid off the loan on the house, which was $230. She got $90,000, and then $100,000 was put into an escrow for improvements, and $60,000 of excessive fees were paid to the lender for that $480,000 loan. I've never heard of such a thing. It's outrageous. And what else?
Well, it's loan shark, but she also said they were paying her back weekly on something.
What were they paying? Did you say something about being paid back weekly? Out of the 100. Okay. Yeah, okay. But that 90 they gave you, though, that 90 they gave you was yours, though. But you were supposed to just, so it didn't matter if it came from the 90. You were just supposed to pay for the home improvements, and then they were going to reimburse you out of escrow. Is that right? That 90 that you took was not a loan from you, for you. Okay. And then you were told about the other 120 purchase that you're shorted on because they only got a loan for $480. That other 120 would be paid to you when you sell the house. So this was like a joint venture. Okay, Mark, got it? She went into... Okay, I get you. So you were only going to get, for doing all this, you were only going to get your original $600, not a penny more. Go ahead. For doing this, on top of the 120, on top of the 120 still owing, you were going to get another 60. Okay. Okay, what happened? What went wrong? Oh my God.
And I didn't know any of this at the time, that the guy was bankrupt. They were all seemed legitimate.
I want you to drop names. I want you to drop names after the break. We got to warn people. Hold on, please. Suzanne, let's get these names for Mark. I want to start looking at this. 303-713-TALK.
But that's confusing.
I'd be better off not doing audio.
She's going to walk away with more than 400.
Why is that?
Walk with
I fucking can't listen to your numbers and remember to switch audio. I can't fucking do it. It's next to impossible.
Where did they find a Patsy? Here, buy another one too.
That's insane. And she would have walked almost away with
How
it.
you
What's
doing,
up, Joe?
Tell you what, nothing much. This is a very low chair. Man, you look different. Look at that. Those,
Your kid did great this morning, man.
Oh, good. Was he okay?
Tom helped a lot too. Tom was on point.
Good.
We're trying to convince him to get his flying lessons done.
Yeah.
It's the best thing he'll ever do.
I'll take Kim up there. He's scared of heights.
I am too.
Yeah.
I am too. A lot of pilots are, yeah.
That's
But
interesting.
you won't be in an airplane.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but you're not.
Wow.
We used to do that. I think with Cordova.
I was in a group of pilots at what's that place in Utah? Canyonlands? That they go to, you ride motorcycles in there. Moab.
Oh, Moab.
Yeah, I was with a group of pilots in there, and there was this place where you go out, ride right out over this arch. It's not very wide.
Yeah.
And you go right out of this arch, a big drop off on either side.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, the women just went right across it. None of us guys would go near the damn thing.
Yeah.
Ready to go clear around. Not one of us was.
Right.
Because every one of us was afraid of heights.
Yeah.
I build hangars, so I gotta be up high a lot. I don't like
I don't like heights.
Yeah, no, I don't
Same
either.
way.
But you don't feel it in an airplane.
Oh, I know. I fly on airplanes.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's different.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Fear of heights.
Yeah, the fear
It
heights.
doesn't bother an airplane.
No, it doesn't.
But it's the most challenging, fun thing you'll ever do. I promise you.
Exciting.
My fear of heights is really, I decided it's the fear of falling.
That's what it is, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a fair
You know, we went to the Eiffel Tower. And we went all the way to the top. And my gosh, I mean, I was just kind of leaning, and I said, oh, Lord.
Like when I go up in those scenic elevators, like if I look out to 10, I'm
You want the
flying.
realtor's attorney's info? That it's all through a lawsuit. She's given attorney names.
Okay, well,
Okay, she's already got good.
I just want the names of all these scammers involved. Is she suing them right now?
Who's suing who?
Hold on.
There's some legal thing going on.
That's part of what she wanted to talk to you about. She's in the process of suing.
Okay,
Then why
good.
are there attorneys?
Have her hold on.
So she has an attorney.
Because she doesn't understand what's going on.
Yeah. I'm talking to her attorney.
She probably, you know what's really funny is when people get ripped, they continue to get ripped over and over.
That's terrible.
Even worse, it goes deeper, yeah.
You know what's weird about the Leaning Tower? There's nothing there. It's such a tiny little fucking place. We ate some pizza right there, but there's like really nothing there but it in that little town.
It's hard to believe it's such a famous thing.
Yeah, why? Why is it so famous?
Because it never fell.
Yeah.
Tommy, do you want to bring her back? She wants to talk to you about suing. Oh, okay. Perfect.
So they built something that wasn't built properly, and now it's fucking famous. So it's
Because of how it leaked.
And they've had to do a lot of people falling. They've gone under it, drilled under it. Done,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Did they shore it up?
Yeah, they've done a whole bunch of
Wasn't
stuff.
it a World War II like radio tower or some shit?
I don't know. I just
Maybe World War
No,
World
History Channel,
War
the
One.
whole big thing about what all it had to do to save it. It can only go to some like 12 degrees and goes past that will fall. It was right at 12 degrees about 20 years ago.
You went up in it?
I went to the
I didn't know. Oh, the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
I don't
know what
remember
you were
there being
talking about.
fucking shit there.
No. Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the way to the top.
I won't go to
Yeah.
France.
No, they
They're
have
too
one of
weird.
those barriers, glass barriers on the top.
Yeah.
They hit America.
We went all the way to the edge, and I said, oh,
Well, they don't
Wait,
hate
how
it,
are
they
the
just
French
think we
people?
have
They didn't like you, or they like Americans? Or
no, they're like me.
Even though we
Somebody's
saved
Spanish.
their asses pretty good.
Yeah, looking over the edge is the worst you can do. In
Oh, it is.
1991, I thought I might try to kill. Somebody told me I could kill my fear of heights if I did a bungee jump from 300 foot away.
Wow.
Fuck that.
That's the worst thing. I would hate that.
I thought I was
Mark,
gonna
didn't
die.
you do it?
I've done skydiving.
Didn't you do it in Vegas, or did Maddie did, right?
Oh, Addie did.
Addie.
Yeah, that's
It's
terrible.
not a bungee jump though. It's a
Addie's
controlled
crazy.
jump off of the stratosphere.
Addie's crazy.
No, but bungee's different, man. That's a big rubber band. They
Yeah.
misjudge that shit.
Just
I
like
hate
that,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I like skydiving. I've done that.
This was in New Zealand.
I love skydiving.
Back in
Yeah, that's
'91, this was the guys from New Zealand. They were
I
famous
would do
for
that.
it. They waged it. They had chokers. You were going into a pool, and they would guarantee you get your hair wet. They were that accurate.
There's about, what, 2 or 3.
How about those guys that
skydiving?
What do you call that when you walk rope?
Tightrope.
Between the two towers.
God, that would be a pure heights, wouldn't it?
That was real, man. That's
The Walendas made death-defying things.
The old man.
Imagine the wind up there. Anything can change in a matter of seconds.
The old man, when he was in his 80s, fell.
And died, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Fell off a big.
Wow. They want you to know exactly what's wrong.
Man, that's crazy.
They really were the flying.
And it's not like they're making millions or whatever it would be back there. I mean, they're fucking circus freaks.
Yeah.
It's really worth it.
Yeah. You negotiate with the adjuster if you need to. And when you do sign a contract,
I don't think I've ever been to an actual circus now that I think about it.
Really?
I don't think I have.
Ever?
I have go to a really big one. Oh, yeah, I've been.
I mean, Barnum and Bailey's is gone.
But if you went to, you know, my mom used to clean houses when I was younger, after my dad left, and somehow she got a job when we went to Florida to visit my sister. She got a job cleaning houses, and she just wanted to do something, and she's cleaned for Ringling Brothers, for the Ringlings, one of the Ringlings in this giant Florida estate.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, his name was Ringling, and it was a big estate.
The Sixth and Federal was a 52-acre park, Barnum Park. P.C. Barnum, that was his winter headquarters for all his animals.
Here?
Yeah, at Sixth and Federal, Barnum Park. That was his thing. But all around there, there's these beautiful little flagstone Victorian homes. There's 8 of them. They're around that neighborhood. They were his mistresses. He had 8 mistresses.
Oh, wow.
And the houses they were in were beautiful. They weren't real big.
Gorgeous houses.
But they were flagstone, and they were all in that area right there, just within a few blocks of the park.
By the way, why are they so huge in these
I grew up right across the street.
Is it to find accomplices? Is it? They think that he had...
Yeah, you know what really sucks? The victims, they might have got some of the liquidation if he was found guilty on all this shit, but he died an innocent man, dude.
What happens to his money?
Nothing at this point.
Does he have a will?
No, they could go after... I don't know the chain that way, but I do know this. They can still sue the estate.
I think he was killed.
Because the evidence
He was killed by
different.
Clinton. I believe that.
That's what people are saying.
No, I believe that he was killed by Clinton.
You think Bill went in there?
Because no, he has power, but the thing is, I think Bill Clinton probably had something to do with underage kids also.
Did you ever see that thing, Primary Colors, about all the people that in Arkansas that they killed? There's like about 20 of them. It's pretty scary. Called Primary Colors.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. This show is all about helping people. I've been doing it nearly 40 years in Denver, 46 years total, and we're helping you. Hundreds of millions of dollars cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services. Please find us on YouTube, Facebook. Find us on the iHeartRadio app and everywhere else, iTunes, and just let us know you're listening. And tell people about the show, please. You know, every day we hear about things that could be prevented if you just listen and pass the word around. And then obviously if you need help, call us. Today, becomethebanker.info, our sponsor of the hour, and we ask that you call if you have any questions on that. I do have some emails I'll get to. Also want to tell you about One Clear Choice Garage Doors, who do they do this Martino special, and they asked me to pass this along. This is for people who truly, they're not just curious, but they may want to have something done or improved on their garage doors, but they will do free inspections, tune-ups, safety hinge bolt tightening, and adjustments. Okay, they will. There's no strings attached to it, but they obviously want people who may, want to do something with their garage doors. If you're just, doing it out of curiosity, don't bother. These guys are very busy and they're very good. And if you have an emergency and need help, service, get to them. They're great. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. That's One Clear Choice Garage Doors. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. Let's keep going here. Susie was telling us about a real estate scam. By the way, I think, Mark, we hear at least once a month about someone being scammed in real estate. It's because they don't understand the transaction. They get roped into selling their house on some weird deal where they're tied in. Now, hold on for that. But right now, just hang on, Susie. I want to go to James first. because this is a trying time for James. He's been working 17 years and just got terminated. Let's find out about that. Then I'll go back, and then Mike, remember Mike, I'll go to you and Robin. So James, this touched me right now. I heard this because I imagine this came as quite a blow. You've been working at this place 17 years? Okay, what were you doing for 17 years, James? Doing what? What do you do? What do you do? Architect? Oh, okay. Give me an idea of something you would build. What's that? Okay. Okay. Anything with metal you could fabricate. That's quite a skill. What were you making at the end? And after 17 years you're fired? Was there a reason? Wait, after 17 years they said, by the way, James, the people under you don't respect you? No warnings, nothing?
I'm going to shut it down.
It was just a smaller company, did really good for, a lot of years. They came in, purchased the company,